Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and being a producer of Wrestle Massacre as well as Inside Movies Galore, I am David Strege, and welcome to Delusions of Grandeur. Enjoy the reviews. I certainly did.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else. I know what you guys are trying to do. Break me down, drive me out of the force. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you. Over.
Did you miss me? I guess not.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Delusions of Grandeur. I am your host, and for this particular review, well, I picked this up at Dollar Tree recently. Excuse me. Taking my mask off since I have now survived the zombie apocalypse in Anna and the Apocalypse, which is a film that was filmed in 2017, and it was directed by John McPhail. Put together by production companies Blazing Griffin, Park House Pictures, Creative Scotland, Black Camel Pictures, Constellation Creatives, and Orion Pictures, out on a distribution with Cinedigm. Let me just say what IMDb says about the film. A zombie apocalypse threatens the sleepy town of Little Haven at Christmas, forcing Anna and her friends to fight, slash, and sing their way to survival. Facing the undead in a desperate race to reach their loved ones, they soon discover that no one is safe in this new world, and with civilization falling apart around them, the only people they can truly rely on are each other. The film stars Ella Hunt as Anna Shepard, Malcolm Cumming as John, Sarah Swire as Steph North, Christopher Laveau as Chris Wise, Marley Sue as Lisa, Ben Wiggins as Nick, Mark Benton as Tony Shepard, Paul Kaye as Arthur Savage, and so on and so forth. So, we have a group of kids, specifically Anna Shepard, who, I guess this is around Christmas. They're putting on, I guess, some of them are putting on a Christmas pageant of sorts. And Anna is thinking about what she's going to be doing after school. She is thinking and believing that she is going to go traveling instead of going to university. except she hasn't exactly told her father. Her best friend, John, I believe, who is played by Malcolm Cumming, accidentally tells her father, and he gets pissed, and you get a whole bunch of singing, a whole bunch of people not realizing there's an apocalypse happening around them, and you kind of get a trio of a love story where you've got Nick, who's like Anna's ex. He's kind of a jerk, and he's got like some goons that like are around him, and I guess at school he is kind of like the school bully, or has become the school bully. And her best friend John seems to be in love with her. And on the other hand, you've got a young girl by the name of Steph North, who appears to be on the school newspaper, and she gets a phone call from her girlfriend saying she wants to break up with her, and yada yada. And I guess she is kind of secretly sort of in love with another friend of theirs, who I believe is Chris Wise, played by Christopher Leveau, and he is going out with Lisa, who apparently is like the lead singer in this Christmas pageant that is being like put on. Meanwhile, they've got this mean principal who seems to be looking forward to being the person in charge of this school, and the apocalypse happens, and even the school teachers who are who are stuck inside the school at the time the apocalypse has happened don't really listen to him. So all of this control that the teacher had, the principal had before everything thing went downhill, is falling from his grips. So he kind of goes on a fuck you singing rampage as he lets the public zombie outcry in on the unsuspecting leftover students and teachers. Meanwhile, Anna, with her friend John, and Steph and Chris end up at the bowling alley, which is where she has been working, and I guess they end up going on a pilgrimage to find her father in all this chaos. And they end up running into Nick and his goons as they are pillaging the stores. And I guess he kind of joins up with them. Meanwhile, friends are dying all around, and the anticlimactic climax with the principal is, I don't know. I feel like the principal, I think his name is Arthur Savage. I feel like he could have been in like Rocky Horror Picture Show, because he doesn't exactly strike me as like a particularly great singer. But for some reason, I somewhat enjoy his like mad song about, like, I don't know, the fact that he knew that that the students were zombies to begin with. That was kind of funny. But I feel like this movie doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it a horror comedy? Is it a Christmas movie? Um, and it's like choices are made about people that you would think would survive but didn't, and it just kind of leaves you all kind of like, well, all the wrong people survive, or something to that effect. It's kind of kooky because you kind of don't expect like the bully to survive. I guess you could say that they were trying to make it not a happy ending, but I kind of wish we would have gotten kind of a happier ending than this, because at the end of the whole thing, we're kind of left with characters that I'm not sure would necessarily be a good group to be with in the end. I'm not exactly sold by um, Nick's performance, although he is a great singer. I thought his song was pretty strong. I thought his oohing in the very beginning, I could definitely see that being something that girls would probably be like all fawning over. I thought that Lisa was a good singer. She was a very strong singer, played by Marley Sue. And I feel like Steph North was a very strong singer for her particular songs, but I very much feel like these guys are very much part of the Glee generation, Generation Glee. I'll call it that for right now, because I feel like musicals are for a very specific breed of people. It's like you either get them or don't. And when I was in high school, there was a very specific crowd that was very into being part of musicals and being in musicals. And unfortunately, there is a lot of favoritism that I have seen go on. I mean, my high school for the drama department was run by Mrs. Kazami. And there were like 3 specific people that she would have in all of her musicals. It's because she had favorites, and she chose people that were her specific favorite people. But she also hated my sister, which is why I wasn't in any musicals after freshman year. I was in Into the Woods when I was in high school. I played a steward, and the only reason why I even got the part was because of my musical teacher, Mr. Thompson. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Thompson because he had a lot of faith in me, and so did his mother. His mother ended up being my piano accompaniment person whenever I did solo ensembles myself. So, but anyways, it's not about me. I don't know. I thought it was all over the place. The music was okay in the very beginning, and it got kind of twisted towards the end. And I feel like I feel like it was trying to be part Shaun of the Dead, but it quite wasn't, and it didn't really work for me entirely. I feel like the wrong people died, and why am I supposed to care about the people that survived in the end, other than maybe Anna? And even her, she made like some choices that, you know, to me, it was almost another tween film. I call it tween because there are films that are made for teenagers that obviously are for the teenage generation, and kind of a teenage rebellion thing, kind of a rebel without a cause kind of a moment. I don't know. It is what it is. Some of the music was enjoyable, but it was trying to be a serious drama in the background, and when it was supposed to be a comedy as well as horrifying. So, yeah. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if you have not. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you thought of the film. I'm not sure whether I liked it or hated it. I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike the characters. But I'm kind of on the fence about how everything turned out. I mean, I was kind of disappointed, to be honest. But in any case, let me know. And hopefully you enjoy this review. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?